Hello everyone, welcome back to BIM GEN. In today's video of family creation series, we are going to discuss and explore the power of formulas in family creation. Whether you are a beginner or looking to enhance your skill, understanding the basic functions and arithmetic operation in Revit can significantly boost your efficiency. So let's get started. Before we jump into the practical example, let's briefly discuss the importance of the formulas in Revit. Formulas allows you to create a dynamic and parametric families, enabling your designs to adapt to changes effortlessly. We will be focusing on basic functions and arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and providing angles and triangles to the family, conditional statements such as yes or no, or true or false, formulas with the text, and numerical functions. These arithmetic functions forms the foundation of more complex expression. Let's begin by opening a Revit software. Here I am using same or old table family to explain. To open, I will click on that family. Here I am using Revit 2019 version, but the concepts we will cover are applicable across various versions. Once we open family, I will go to family type here to see the formulas. I'll click on family type. Here you guys can see before we assign these families like depth, height, leg offset, thickness and width. I'll cancel this one. I will rotate this family for proper view. To explain this one properly, I will open a Revit project to load this family. I will load this family into Revit project and I'll click on load into project. Now I will place few tables here. Here one and here another one. Now we are in floor plan. I placed 3 tables here. I will align these tables to wall. Just I'll click on align. For multiple align, I will check on multiple alignment here. I'll click on wall edge and I will make it align to wall. Now I will go to 3D view for proper visible. You guys can see here I placed 3 tables here. I will just increase the section box length. I will click on a table. You guys can see here parameter whatever we assigned. These are the state parameter. If you want to act this table as an intellectual family, for that one we can apply a formulas here. I will click on family and I will go to edit family again and I will open family type. I will just move it to side. Here you guys can see in family type dialog box the parameters are there. These parameters are state parameter. If you change the depth, it will get change in depth. If you change height, it will get change in height. If you want to give relations between the parameters, like this table have width and depth, here parameters are working individually. If you want a more intelligent family, if you change one parameter, it will get change in both depth and width. For that one, we need to provide a formula. You guys can see in family type dialog box, here one option is the write to value formulas. Here we can provide a formulas for parameter. I will show how it will get changed. Just I will select on depth. Here in the formula section, I will provide any value, like I will provide 1000 and I will click on apply. You guys can see here depth parameter got locked. You cannot change this parameter. I will load this family into project and I will show. I'll just click on apply, give OK, and I will load into the family. Already family we loaded here. So it's asking for override the existing version. I will give an override existing version. Now the depth parameter is changed. I will click on table and you guys can see here depth parameter is locked. We cannot change this one because we assigned a formula for this parameter. Again, I will go to edit family and I will open family type. Here I will assign a formula. Think suppose we want depth parameter always half of the width parameter, then I will apply a formula like we need half of the width, right? So I will take width and I will type width here and divided by 2. I'll click on apply. You guys can see here I given a formula for depth. The depth should be always half of the width. Here width parameter you guys can see 3000 mm. Depth became 1500 because we provided half of the width. If I change width into 4000, automatically depth also will get changed. I'll click on apply. You guys can see here provided 4000, it become 2000. I'll click on OK and I will load this family into project. I will give over existing the family. I'll click on table. You guys can see here depth is locked. We cannot change depth here because we assigned a formula for that one. Now if we change a width parameter like 4000 and I'll click on apply, you guys can see automatically depth also change to 2000. If we change the width into 2000 and click on apply, here you can see depth become 1000. Again, I will go to edit family to show other arithmetic function. Just click on edit family. Now we discussed how to use a division arithmetic function in formula. Now we will move to the next function like addition. I will use addition function here in the formula. I'll go to family type. Here family type dialog box get opened. Here now I want to change a width. Before we assigned formula for depth, that is depth should be always half of the width. Now I will change its formula. Now if you want always a width parameter should be 1000 mm more than depth parameter. To achieve that one, we will change the formula. I will delete this formula. I'll click on select everything and I will delete. Now you want to achieve width should be always greater than depth by 1000 mm. For that one I will assign a formula. I will give depth. We want always 1000 mm greater than depth, right? For that one we are going to add 1000 mm extra for the depth. For that one I will assign addition function and I will assign a value how much greater than depth. We want 1000, so I will assign 1000 and I will click on apply. Now you guys can see I assigned a formula for width. If I change depth here for 3000 and I'll click on OK. Now you can see here it got changed. If I assign 3000 here, width will be always 1000 greater than depth because we assigned a formula here. If we change depth parameter into 1000, then what will width become? It is 2000 because we assigned a parameter here. Similarly, we can assign subtraction function also. Now we saw how addition function will work in formulas. We will move to the next function, that is subtraction. If in case you want depth parameter should be always less than width by 500 mm, then what type of formula we need? I will delete this formula and I will go to depth. Here I will assign formula for depth. Depth should be always 500 less than width. For that one I will click width minus, we need subtraction, so I will assign a minus function and I will assign value width should be always less than width by 500 mm. I will click on 500 and I will give apply. You guys can see here width is 3000 and depth is 2500 mm. Depth is less than 500 by width. If we change the width parameter into 4000, depth parameter will become 3500. You guys can see here. This is how substitute function will work in formula, and this is all about subtraction function. Here while assigning a formula, it's important to see the related parameters. Here I assigned a width parameter. I took this width parameter from width dimensions. You have to assign as it is. You cannot change, you cannot alter this name. This is a character sensitive also. If you change this W, capital W into small w, it won't work. It will show a pop-up box here. The following is not valid parameter. We should have to assign exact name while creating a formula. Now I will change it into capital W. You can see now it's working. This is more important. While creating a formula, you should have to give exact relational dimensions. Now we will move into the next function, that is multiplication. Here I will delete this formula. I'll select all and click on delete. Now we want the depth should be always double of the width parameter. For that one, I will click on formula section of width parameter. Here I will assign depth. What do we want? Width should be exactly double in size of depth. So we are multiplying the dimensions. For that one, we will assign function, that is multiplication. I will assign multiplication function and we need double of the depth, right? For that one, I will give 2. If in case we need thrice, then we can assign a number 3. No, as of now we need double, so I will assign 2 and I will click on OK. Now you guys can see here depth parameter value is 3500 and here you can see width parameter value is 7000 mm. Width is exactly double of the depth. If we change depth into 1500 mm and I will click on apply, you guys can see here it is width is exactly double of the depth because we assigned a formula here depth into 2. This is how multiplication function will work in formula. I'll click on apply, I'll give OK and I will just load this family into project. I will click on override the existing version. Here you guys can see I'll click on table and I'll go to property browser here. Here we assigned a formula for width is showing log here. You cannot change alter. You have to change only depth here. If you want width value should be 3000, then we have to assign depth as 1500 because we assigned a formula for width, that is width will be always double of depth. So I will assign 1500 here and I'll click on apply. You guys can see here changing it into 3000. If you give 2000 here, so width will become 4000 automatically. This is how will formula work in family. Now again I will go to family type and I will open family type. If you want the height of the table should be equal to depth of the table, then we can assign a formula for table height also. Here height parameter is there. Here I will provide a formula to equal both height and depth. Here we are going to equal height and depth, so I will provide depth here and I will click on apply. Now you guys can see both become equal. Now you don't want to change height of the table, just I will click on OK and I will load into project. Again I will give override the existing version. See, I'll click on table. Now you guys can see here even height also got locked because we assigned a formula for this one. Now only depth, you assign depth formula, both width as well as height will become changed. If I given depth is 1500 and I'll click on OK, you guys can see height become 1500 and width become 3000, because for height I given formula is equal to depth and for width I given formula 2 times of the depth. This is how arithmetic functions will work in while creating a more intelligent Revit parametric family. In the upcoming videos we will discuss about same angles and triangles, conditional statements like and, or, not, and formula with a text and numerical functions. I hope you guys understood. If you found this video useful, don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe for more Revit tutorials and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.